Hello everyone, I'm Bets Golden. Welcome to my channel. And today I'm a little late on the Easter card for 2020 because of some of the things that have been going on in the world. But I did end up finally breaking out my Magic Iris die by Lawn Fawn. And I'm not a cutesy type artist by any means. However, I absolutely love their intricate dies. Their interactive dies are fantastic. Probably the best dies on the market. Well made. And they just work. They're brilliant. And so I decided to go ahead and create my Easter card with that. And I did really like this stamp set. And it's the before and after Easter one. So it's super cute, and I'm going to show you the before and after card I made a little later in another video, and I'll show you how to do that, but I've already showed how to do that on another video. So today I'm going to focus on the Magic Iris, and this is how it works if you haven't seen it. It's so easy to do, and I wanted to share with you how I learned a few tricks along the way as I have created this card. But the first thing you're going to need is a really good cardstock, because if you mess up, and you might the first couple times, you want to be able to pull things apart and not tear. And so I really like the Nina cardstock, and I get mine from Cut Cardstock. This is the best price. Reasonable if not cheap shipping, really fast shipping, great customer service, and you can get a slew of stuff there. Vellum, Basil cardstock, and then of course the wonderful Nina cardstock. So I would definitely get a pack of this. And the beauty is with this size, 8.5 by 11, you can make a card base by cutting down the middle and then scoring, and you will get 2 card bases with no waste. So I love that. All right, so these are the pieces to the die. You have the donut piece, the sausage piece, the tongue, just the tabby piece, the little arrow, and then this is like almost like a battery nuclear type piece. So you are going to want to die cut this piece out 3 times. This piece, the sausage piece, 3 times. This piece 3 times, 1 time, 1 time, and then this one, you're going to take one of your donuts, line it up in the center, and cut that one. So you will have, when you are done, something that looks like this. The white pieces that I have are the ones that will not show, whereas the colored pieces are the ones that are going to show. So you can use scraps for these, nobody will know. I did purchase the add-on set, which is this scallop, as well as this little tab, though I'm using, actually it's the other tab I showed you. This comes with the regular set. The tab for the add-on set is more of that plain one right there. What I like about this add-on and the way that it cuts the donuts is that the inside of the circle is pretty too. So I love it. If you don't want to purchase the add-on, that's totally fine. You would just need to make 4 donuts and make sure that your top one, you are either planning on stamping or using pattern paper. So let's go ahead and get started with assembling our card. We do not need anything but the donut and the sausages to begin with. So I'm going to set those aside for just a moment. We'll be pulling them in one at a time. Okay, so to get started on the card, you are going to need some glue dots. And I do like to use some purple tape during this process because it kind of holds everything down. If you notice, there is an X on the end as well as a tab. This tab is going to slide right in here, and you're going to butt it up right like so, making sure that it lines up just like that. Okay, so it's going to line up. You don't want any overage on the inside. all right, because it won't be so neat. And what I like to do is I like to take some purple tape when I get this all done and kind of hold it down as we move on to the next step. And you're just going to continue around your donut like so. Don't worry about these pieces right here. We're going to do something with that in a minute, but that's not what this step is yet for. So flush it up. Make sure that you have these pieces are going to fall off and over, and that's totally okay. Then from here, you're going to want to put the mini glue dots on those X's. But I want to make sure that I have mine lined up perfect, and I discovered that if I use a little bit of purple tape, it really, really helps make sure that I do have that lined up. So I am just going to line it up like so and just pop a piece of purple tape down towards that X that I want to glue dot down like so, and then like so. You're going to take your glue dots and you're just going to place one glue dot on every X. So these are the minis. You don't want to use them any bigger. So you're just going to put a glue dot on each of the X's. Okay, so now you're going to take a second donut and see how when I did that, it pulled it up still. That's okay. I'll just make sure that everything is even and nothing has been pulled up. That's the beauty of the purple tape, is you can lift it and whatnot. So you're going to take your next donut and you're going to pop it on the top like so. But before you do that, make sure that it's not coming out of the middle. So I'm going to position this, check it again. All right, and now I'm going to take my donut and pop it on right here. All right. Now from here, I'm going to flip it over, and this is when we're going to use these. And I'm going to go ahead and take some tape and just run a strip of tape down each of those sides. And I'm just using Miracle tape. You could use whatever you want. Just going to run it down the side like so. We're slipping and sliding. All right, and then once you get this down, you're going to go ahead and add your extenders. And you're going to notice that your extenders have a curve on each edge. And so you're going to want to line that curve up just like so. And we're not going to have it like squeeze this by any means. So it's not going to touch on the other side. And if it does touch when you fold it over, you really have put it on too tight and it's not going to work. So from here, all right, so now we have that. We're going to rotate it over like so. I'm going to take off my purple tape from here. Always set your purple tape aside because you can use it again. And then I'm going to add my tab. So you're going to want to find one of these extenders, face it down towards you. You're going to move off to the right of it. You're going to take your tab and you're just going to line it up like so, and you're going to want it to create a V right here. So I'm just going to use this again, my miracle tape again. Tape runner would work, but I really like this miracle tape for this. And I'm going to add a generous amount of tape here. Okay, so I'm just going to create a V right there. Okay, and that is absolutely perfect placement. All right, from here I'm going to take my top donut and I'm going to put some tape on those sides, and then I am going to carefully fold it up, but I am not going to squeeze it. I'm only going to hug it, because if I squeeze it, it won't move and it won't work. Yes, I know my nails are giving me grief, but I am not going out because of the COVID virus, so I'm just trying to make do with them. But yeah, I'm doing my social distancing, and getting my nails done is not a necessity. So sorry, but it's the responsible thing to do. All right, so from here, let me just do one more, and then I'll show you about making sure that you fold it up, but you don't squeeze it. Okay. So you're going to just take it and you're going to fold it up, and it will just run shy of that stitched edging, that top stitched edging. Okay, if it gets any tighter than that, you're going to have no luck opening this up, and that would be no fun. Now from here, we're going to test it out, make sure that it works, and voila, it totally works. Okay, a little bit hard to do when it's not on a card, but you do need to test it. Before you put it on a card, you want to make sure that you have it in the closed position so you know it can fit into your envelope. Then from here, we're just going to make sure that these tabs are hidden, and we can go ahead and throw our top piece on that hides it. So as you can tell, once we get all of our pieces on, you can't really see that white at all. So for my arrow, I'm going to go ahead and just put that one on first. And that just helps the recipient know which way to turn. They know what to do. They get this, they'll be like, huh? I don't know what to do with that. Unless they're a crafter and lawn fawn fan, then they'll know what to do with it. And then I'm going to go ahead and just put this arrow from another tab I had created inside. And that white is completely hidden from here. And then it's really better to use tape on these to attach this. However, I'm going to go ahead and use some glue very carefully. I really don't like to put glue anywhere except for these fastener portions. All right, and I tell you guys, use pop dots on the side to keep your steel tip And then we're just going to take, and there we go. All right, so let's go ahead and just assemble the rest of this card. So the hard part is totally over, but I want to show you how you can put a really cool center on so you're not stuck with just your background. So the card base that I'm using is a 4.25 by 5.5. It is an A2 standard. And I have this really cute little chick paper that I want to lay down on top of it. I really like art glitter glue, and I love these extender tips because it allows you to get just enough glue and it really extends the life of your product. Otherwise, I go glue happy and then I run out of glue. So I'm going to first put my mat down. All right, and then I already make sure it's in the closed position, and I'm going to place it about there. And again, I'm only going to be applying my glue, and really if you want to be on the safe side, use tape in case this does run out. And you know, because sometimes it can ooze out as it flattens, but I should be okay. So I'm just going to place that there like so. And then I'm going to take this inside circle that I cut out, and my paper is from the Paper Collage. It's my local craft store. I'll put the link, I'll provide the link down below. And she actually creates the paper. It's super buttery smooth. I love it. Then you can actually go through and add this centerpiece. So I'm going to just do some glue here. I'm going to pop this into the center, take my little pick, and just make sure that I get it all down around the edges so it does not interfere with my magic iris. You guys, I do have links provided down below on where you can find this magic iris. It's going to be the scrapbook.com store carries it, and they're also local, so I do like to support my local. All right, and then I'm just going to make sure it still works, but whoop. So just really go through. This is more of the challenging part right here. It's just to make sure that everything is closing. That little piece right there, really. There we go. All right, so once it closes and you can open it a few times, you're good to go. All right, and then from here, I'm just going to pop in my little bunny that I just colored in simply with some Copic markers. And again, you don't want to use pop dots on the inner piece because it will interfere with your magic iris opening and closing. Okay, so that totally works. And then we can go ahead and just pop on this cute little basket. And then my sentiments. And all of these are from that stamp set, that little teeny tiny stamp set that I think was under $10. So super fun and easy. Then from here, I'm just going to end it off with a couple pop dots. Okay. So I'm going to take, not pop dots, I can talk, with some Nuvo drops. This is Duck Egg Blue. And I'm just going to do 1, 2, 3, and a couple there. And that's it. That is how you can create a magic iris using your before and after stamps from lawn fawn. And don't be scared to mix up the paper line. I mean, that's part of the fun, is mixing paper lines. Lawn fawn is so cute, but it's not my style. So I really like to mix it up, but I don't like things to look matchy-matchy. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't done so. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Until next time, I'm Beth Golden. Happy crafting.